Good time of day, everyone. All right, let's switch on over. That should be good enough. Now, a little bit of Pirate Borg, which is one of the many third parties of Borg, which I'm probably still butchering. And I'm mildly familiar with. Hello there. But pirates is not a genre I'm proficient at, shall we say. So let's get into the mood a little bit. See if this still works. Yes. So, pretty much built on the Borg engine. Very simple. You know what? Let's add a little more color to this. What do you think? All right. So, let me get out my books. I have very few physical on me at the moment. Things are in motion. Should be pretty standard down the line. But, how to start out with this? Pirate Borg takes place in the Dark Caribbean, which is pretty much what you expect. Pirates of the Caribbean, a little bit of eldritch magic in there. That sort of thing. Also, as it is a Borg clone, it's hurtling itself towards oblivion quite easily. So, without ado, let's get to a little bit of dice rolling. It has a few stat changes, most of these hacks do. It's going to take me a minute to find the actual character creation page. And I am going to be going with classes this time. Let's see what madness goes with that. I have a little bit of an idea of where I want to start and where I want to go. So, there are the Brute, Rapscallion, the Buccaneer, Swashbuckler, the Zealot, the Sorcerer, the Haunted Soul, and the Fairy Tale. Don't know if you're expected to roll D6 and the other two are weirdness. I do know that an optional rule is that when you die, you become a lost soul. I think it was lost soul. They're kind of undead-y. Haunted soul. But I will just do a good old D8 and see where this takes me. I need to move some stuff. This is too much for me to work with. There we go. Now I can curse when my dice fall. 5. Today we're going with Zealot. Okay. Thou may use ancient relics and arcane rituals while wearing medium armor. Alright. And then we get a prayers to go along with it. And it only is plus or minuses to things. Alright. Oh, I can see it. I mean, drowning is the typical worry in one of these games. So let me just make myself a little stat sheet here. What's a good size? 256, 256 plus 128. There we go. And I will misspell everything when given a chance. Zealot. Let's roll for class features while we're here to give me something to chew on what they are. When thou doth begin, and every time doth improve, learn a single random prayer. Thou may use prayers D2 plus spirit times a day. Re-roll a diamond. It consumes thy action to pray, but doth not require a roll or test. Alright, interesting. I will actually use the white metal dice today. And 3. Death Ward. Touch the corpse of one who hath just died and test spirit. DR 10, they return to life with 1 HP. Crit, full HP, fumble. They come back as a zombie and attacketh thee. Now this is the only time that they use thy and thous because, you know, it's the Zealot. Okay, going to put that on there. And let me get to the stat rolls, and I will jump back to modify. As soon as I find where the heck they are in this book. The standard sort of Mörk problem. Where is anything in this book? Though I assume it's 3d6 and 2 through 3 or -3, yada yada. Do. Dark Caribbean. Marine travel events. Ability scores. Page 28. I should really put a bookmark at the... Lo and behold, 3 through 4 is -3. Alright, let me get my 3 dice out. I was half expecting, you know, 2d6 for bad things, 3d6 tick best for good, but it's more D&D. Alright. So that is a total of 11. So plus 0 for strength. I will actually write these down. I put a bookmark here. It's a nice little book. It came with 2 spine bookmarks. I don't know what they're called. But they're inbuilt little ribbons that you can put out through the book. Very nice when they have these. Alright, let me just, for sake of argument, stir. Agility. Yeah, I think it's using standard Borg stat line. It might have one more. Yeah, I think agility was put into there. Whoops. Okay, so we have plus 0, and Zealot has modification to strength of nothing. So, good old plus 0. Old school D&D stats where the bonuses don't matter. Okay. Agility. 5, 9. So a -1 in agility, and there's no oh no, there is a -1 to agility. So a -2 agility. Boy, we're falling off the boat, aren't we? Presence. This should be a stat they're good at, because presence is always a spell casting stat in these systems. So 10. Nope. Okay, it's going to be spirit for them. So plus 0 to presence. Presence is the kind of ranged. I think it even says here. Yeah. Smart, ranged, perception, charm. It's a bit of a weird idea, but it kind of makes sense in some ways. Not a fan of, not married to it, but not a fan of it, or not married to it, but I'm not against it. And now for toughness. 6. Do I have a modifier? -1 to toughness. I'm going to have 1 HP. -3. And finally for spirit. +12, which is +0, +2. So I have a +2 spirit, which I'm guessing is used for the clean scrolls of this game. Not 22, that'd be interesting. But a +2. So, alright then. Have that down. We have D4 Devil's Luck, which is the omens of this game, which is the bennies and the various other things. Devil's Luck. D4. This will be rolled every morning. And we have toughness plus D8. So we're a little bit tough, but it's going to be very small. We have 1 HP. That's going to be interesting. So we have a D8 for weapon. Let me go over to there. Wait, that's not my D8. That's my D8. We have a boarding axe. Interesting. Put that down there. And we have a D8 of armor, thy cloth. I hope we get some armor. A 6, that sounds nice. Fancy clothing. Tier 0, you look amazing. Thank you, game. So we're a fancy priest. Okay, anything else? Do we get a hat? There's literally a hat table. Just want to check. Yeah, they literally, if you have a hat, you roll for hat. If you don't have a hat, you don't roll for hat. Well. Alright then. Let me see how much money I have. Anything else? May use relics. That's the prayer stuff. Who do I serve? 1d8. What is 7? 5, 6. Okay, I serve the church. So pretty standard zealot. Half of these are pretty much, you know, you get to be a chaos zealot. So, what's a good name? I actually have just got in my Into the Odd book, and I think that had a name section in there. I'll just go with that. Vaguely fantasy. I'll just roll a guy for now. No, I'm thinking of Knave 2. It's got the PDF for that, and that had a section on names, I believe. Which will work well enough. Yeah, that has a section on names. It has street names. So it probably has normal names. Yeah, there we go. Let me get out the ID 100. We are Bartlett. I'm probably saying that wrong. Anyways, let me get back into this. It's only basic hats. There is a conquistador helmet if you roll high enough, but otherwise, no. Nope. Okay. I have too many things open, and I should have less. Let's go in here. Let's move all this down. Oh, I'm doing the most terrible thing. I'm working on the same layer. Let's remedy that. Let me just bring it up just to see the table. Because this is, you know, page 52. The classes at least point you to the places you need to roll on, which is nice. I mean, it's using that, but hats are 1 through 12. 1 through 4 is nothing, but then you have the wig, the bandana, the cavalier, the bicorn, the plaid tricorn, the fancy tricorn, the metal-lined hat, and the conquistador helmet. The metal-lined hat is a -1 to damage. Same with the conquistador helmet, and the conquistador helmet gets to do the Borg shield thing where you can sacrifice it to just negate damage. Because what pirate carries a shield? Also, it has notes for equipment. There's a conquistador's plate, which is, you'll most likely sink and drown in water, is put on there. But you know, it's nice. Okay, so we have the ability score. We have our weapons and stuff. Let me see if there's a section on rolling for equipment after the optional classes. Yeah, black powder weapons ignore armor. Gotta remember that one. And I am not seeing roll for gold on any of these classes, which I would expect. But I don't think it's going to be very intricate for, or required for what I'm doing today. Relics and arcane never wounding. Do I get anything else? Ah, yeah. Okay, here's the page. The standard page. Container. What sort of crap am I carrying? 3. A satchel for 8 normal-sized items. That should be black. Whoops. Let me try that again. All right. Oh yeah, I was trying to put up the name up here too. I am bouncing too many of these things. Barletti. Barlet? Maybe somebody could phonically go with that. Anyways, moving on to cheap gear, which is a D12. 11. 11. 6 torches. One hour each. Fancy gear. 2. A spyglass. All right then. Choose your classroom. Roll scores, roll that. Choose or roll tables on page 55 to 61. Ah, yeah, these things. I think I have enough stuff going on and I have an idea of what this is. These are the standard sort of fluff pages. Okay. No rolling for gold. Interesting. Unless I am missing it right now. Alright. I'm just going to go, I don't have any money. Because I was going to basically go, I don't have any money anyways. But I will do one more look. Abilities, HP, Devil's Luck, Weapon, Cloth, the Prayer, Who I Serve, Just the Church. And then it gets into starting weapons. Equipment. Does it say anything on this page of how much I should have? Well, we're pirates. We're going to be stealing. Okay. I will leave it at that then. So we have Bart. Yes, you start with some money in vanilla because you could spend it on stuff, but not so much in this. That can go away. Alright, just to think a little bit. How does Bart look? Bart is kind of pathetic, but he has the spirit. So I'm thinking long face. Okay, just to block this out. So, you know. Long sort of face type. Little skinny. I will actually adjust that. You know, I like the chin. Let's go with the chin for a bit. I think I'm even going to bespeckle him, so contract that by 1 and throw a little flesh color on there. As a man of the cloth, you know, gotta give him the haircut or the lack of the haircut. And little beady eyes. I'm not being flattering with this man. I'll go with, yeah. I don't think it would last this far. So anyways, give him a nose, a little bit of mouth. How to do of the cloth. So let's just go with this. Nah, I want the little bit of the gray. Have that little thing down the front. Your arms come out somewhere around here. Ooh. And he has very fancy rope then. Yeah. Let's clean that up just a little bit. Fancy, I think that would mean a little bit more like this. You could say there's some writing or something on there. But clearly he's a man of the cloth. Out in this, you know, wasteland of the Dark Caribbean. And I'm just gonna... How would you give a random zealot a boarding axe? That is my conundrum right now. And being terrible of talking on this, but that's how it goes. Alright. I'm doing him dirty. Sadly, that's the way it's going to be. Actually, how does a boarding axe look? I know they had it in the book, so I could see. Devils, did you? It's really bothering me. I'm not saying this about started with like 3d6 gold or whatever. Maybe it's just like literally every other class has it, but Zealots don't, because you know, Zealots. Okay. Yeah, a boarding axe is just what you expect a boarding axe to look like. We would say it goes beyond there, but I don't have the room right now. Ooh. A little spike on the back. And our D6 damage boarding axe. True, true. Bows of poverty. All right. You got an idea of our little Tucker friend. So, what was it? Tucker something from Robin Hood? Anyways. He was not meant for this line of work. And I believe, reading this, it was relics that are the Mörk Borg equivalent of scrolls. I just want to check if I start with any, because those are important. Though I think it's, you roll them on the fancy. Yeah, one random ancient relic. And it's not saying any of that. And character creation does not give you rolling gold. All your stuff, you start out with nothing. Okay. Prior tuck, that's it. So let me roll the glorious D4, which is a D8, but I'm not pulling out the D4 because those are murder on my feet. And I got a 3. So that's useful. Devil luck, like omens, refills every day, but you re-roll it. So you might start out with, like 4, and then tomorrow it is 1. But it's useful for everything. Unless you're infected. I think, no, infection, you don't gain HP, but I literally have 1 HP. Anyways, we have this. Now on to my plans. So, my idea, let's get rid of the R, is that we're starting on an unknown island after a shipwreck. I want to say it's also possibly we got to all Bermuda Triangle and put somewhere else, but not married to it yet. So I'm going to put a question mark, and then I'm going to roll to see if this is populated. I'm going to put my finger on the scale slightly to at least say there's minimal population, so it isn't literally playing the survival Borg, and I can actually get to doing things with other people. So that's 6. That's 8. And what does my scale say for that? So mildly populated. And I'm going to look at my charts from Mythic GM to just say what this place looks like. Yeah, let's just go with the descriptor table. That'll be fine. There's my D10s. 17. Coolly. That's 6. That's a 6. And 61. Coolly mundane. Alright, here's a question. Is this a big island? I'm going to say likely. Yes. So this is something of a big island out here. And we've washed up on the shore. And it is the most generic of sort of islands you would expect. However, we have, well, it's not well populated. Is this just a pirate base? I'll give it a 50-50. No. So is this locals? Because there's basically 4... Actually, that's a good thing to go over. The Dark Caribbean has a couple factions in it. It has the Brethren of the Coast, which is the pirates. The Brits, which includes the West India Company. The French Indies. And the Conquistadors and the Inquisitors, which are basically to the west and east. And then it has the Deep Ones, which is what you expect. And then more to the west, it has the Yucatan. So yeah, I'm thinking some sort of tiny colony of someone. Just to not be murdered, I'm going to put it down to third party, the Brits and the Indies. So some sort of lost British outpost, I want to say here. Let me just put some things down, move to the square brush. I've been finding the square brush useful these days. So some sort of port. Nothing nothing worth putting a lot of people at. Now, the Brits here are scumbags and all that, because, you know, West Indian. But for sake of going forward, going to at least say this is something a little on the neutral side. Now, what is the Union? What did they fly? I'm going to have to look up the Union Jack, because I swear there was other things on it. Union Jack. And my internet bees my internet. Which means it's terrible and slow. Ah, it's White Bolt. Yeah, I'm not doing that detailed. So what we get instead is this. Select, modify, contract by 2, invert. Okay. Good enough. So, small island. Okay, I could probably roll on some operations to figure out what's going on here. Let me just put a little stand-in for our pathetic little zealot. We just washed up on shore. Clearly traveling, trying to tell the pagans here the glory of God, or maybe, you know what? I'm going to say he was supposed to be set up at a church somewhere, and that the ship, something happened to it, and that's why he's here. So let me do my check for this. Get up solitary defilement, because that's what I'm going to be abusing for most of this. Not setting up all the overarching stuff like missions and whatnot, because I don't think this is going to last that long or really add to it, though that was fun to do before. Where's the move section? Oh, we don't have a proper table of contents. Search for an object. Nope, I'm too far down. Yeah, basic yes, no questions. Searching for an object, fleeing for combat, milestones. Omens. Well, I guess I'll go with Devil's Luck. That sounds fine. And I gotta beat a 12. Do I find something that... help? Do I find... Church does not send out missionaries, but they aren't immune to going rogue. Okay. I mean, he's a zealot. He's not a typical church member. Alright. So that is a standard hit. I find Our little Bart finds somebody on the beach after waking up from whatever goes on. He finds somebody. Let's do a little bit of NPC reaction. You know, we're just going to draw the Brit as blue. They'll stand out. Now, there. Pretty sure there's an NPC reaction table on here, or at least demeanor and all that. Character appearance, character actions, general, character conversations. Let's go with description first, because that'll be fun. Half the fun of rolling all this is seeing the wacky stuff that pops out and you have to fit to work. Weekly 62. Weekly informative. We find a nerd on the beach. So, we have found somebody we could probably actually kick the ass of. Okay. So we come across, he's groggy, he's drenched. Somehow he has a boarding axe, which he's kind of confused by, but he'll go with it. Walks up, finds this scrawny little nerd writing in his diary, probably sitting on a coconut shell, and asks, where is he? Where is he? You know, actually, I think there's a reaction table. Granted, I basically know the various OSR reaction tables by heart, and I think I'll just go with that. So he has a presence of +0. I actually like using presence and reaction tables, which is heresy, but 5. The nerd clutches his books, or his book, and it like starts to go off. But I'm gonna say Bart follows. He puts his axe in the satchel and he goes, just wait a minute. I have no idea what's going on. He said he woke up on the beach. He was on a boat. Something happened. And let's see if we can at least try to reason with the man. Alright. Weak hit. The guy, seeing that he actually speaks in English and, you know, not French or whatever the things in the ocean speak, pauses for a moment. And just says it's on basically a British resupply point. Or, not resupply. As I said, I'm not good at pirate stuff. So this is just a little island in the middle of the water where they can, I guess, make repairs. There isn't a lot of tactical value here, but it's mildly a port. And it's just, you know, distance enough from other things that it's worthwhile. So, goes, all right, is there any way for me to get off this rock? I have to go to I have a church that is in need of me. And I guess little nerd isn't going to know anything, so he's going to have to get his boss. So, let's roll his boss. Person currently charge of here. I might roll a few times to get somebody that's a little more imposing. 93. 35. So 93 is tools. 35. Feminine. Okay. 31. Earwear. And he comes back with somebody who doesn't look like he should be on this island. This very pretty boy who almost fancies himself a noble, down to wearing out here the wigs. I'll even give him a name. And his name is... '83. Rufus. So Rufus comes out, looking mildly annoyed. I'm just going to put down some things. Like he's been possibly, you know, pulled from his tea. Rufus comes on over. And it looks up and down our zealot. And then realizes that he's nothing threatening at all. And, you know, starts to do what, you know, people with power they shouldn't have to. And goes, what do you want with this place? Who are you? And when it comes, our zealot goes, I can't even say the name yet, so I'm just going to go with Bart. Bartlett. Bartlett? Bartlett? And he just goes, I am Bart. As you can see, I'm clearly a man of the cloth. I came out here to the Caribbean to meet my new flock. A little bit wild in his eyes. And I don't know how I ended up here. I want off, and I want to keep going, and Rufus raises his hand and is like, whoops, and is clearly, you know, annoyed by this rambling man. He's like, no, that's enough. And he, whoops, talks over to his nerd. He says, there's a little bit of back and forth. I'm going to roll a little something. He says, I'm not, I can get you out of here, but I can't do this for free. Look at this place. It's a dump. Do you think we do anything for free here? Now then, my man of the cloth, as I'm a man of God myself, and you can clearly tell that's not quite true. I have to help those of my faith. But we need to do a little something. Alright. Let me just see if Knave has any quest type things, or else I'm going to have to do a bit of interesting rolling. Spells, generate new spells, warfare, recruiting. Nope, does not. Solitary defilement, I could possibly use. I don't think Pirate Borg has any generators of that sort. And sadly, I don't have the D&D toolkit, which I had found, which would be hilarious for using for this. Do we have a quest table? Legends, objects, plot twists. Nope, don't. So I'm going with basic actions. See what Rufus wants us to do. $57. Inspect. 56. Inspect mundane. So, you know, let's move this down a little bit. for quality. Okay. So, Rufus here wants us to do an inspection of something. Something mundane. Is it going to be on this island? I'm going to say unlikely, because there's nothing worth on this island. This is just a, you know, randomly nothing. It is not on this island, so... what would you need a man of the cloth to look? Okay, I got it. So, Rufus, you must know all about the heretics, the religion, all that of this area. There's a stone that I've known about on a separate island that I have a boat that goes out there every now and then, or a boat that comes in here every now and then. I can detour them because I have the ability to do that. Now I want you to look at this and tell us if, at this stone, and tell us if it's anything we need to worry about. And then I can see about getting out there. So, I mean, oops, that's not the right layer. So Bart thinks on it, and clearly it's his only choice. Rufus has him over a barrel and, you know, might just literally throw him out into the ocean if he doesn't agree. Says he'll agree. And until then, Rufus will, you know, give him the bare amount of food and water. And our little nerd buddy over here is probably going to pester him and ask him for all the details of out there in the world. So while we're waiting, the boat finally comes in after a few days. Nothing special. Just your run-of-the-mill run-of-the-mill boat finally comes in. Can't even make it to the island. They dock at some rocks out here, and then, you know, they send a few dinghies in. Jarvis talks to him, and we'll have to generate the captain. 40. 33. Do. Frantic. Feeble. Do I want to roll a class for him? Let's roll a class for giggles. I think 3 is also a Zealot. I don't want him to be a Zealot. It doesn't make sense to have 2 Zealots. Nope, Zealot is 5. 1, 2. Standard old Buccaneer. I'm going to roll on his little thing down there. So this scraggly old man, but nice big hat comes out. On a dinghy, he has his, you know, standard thing. And he sees this entire crew waiting for him. Whoops, that was not good. Can I go with orange? I'll go with orange. Big hat. Bent over. Bent over. Has a giant musket slung over his shoulder. He's seen some crap, but he's kind of tired of it. And his name is... well, no. He'll come down Oh, let's go full peg leg. Yes, let's go full peg leg. He hobbles on over to whatever crappy idea of a dock has at this place. Looks at Rufus, looks at the Zelon, goes, Who's the new guy? Rufus then goes into a bit of a sprawl about how God said that he'd said somebody that could finally take a look at that rock on the island that they both know about and see if it's truly a bad thing or a good thing. And Bart looks between them and goes, okay. He walks up to the pirate and goes, I'm Bartlett. Please tell me your name. And this guy just looks at him, looks at Rufus. Is not getting paid enough for this shit. He could be out there, you know, raiding actual boats instead of pulling off this crap, but he's too old for that. And gives his name of... I was just at the name pages, but I had to ruin it. Alright. '97. Waverly. So our old pirate is Waverly. Kind of rolls his eyes a little bit and thinks. And finally, Blades goes, okay. I mean, if that is one of the relics that, you know, the deep ones would be interested in, or other things from the abyss, I mean, should know, he should know that at least. He's like, okay. Come on. And then follow him. No, I can actually fix this. He's wearing a lot of white. We can actually just... There we go. Follows him, gets on the boat. Bart knows a little bit of how to do boat stuff, so... Then we're off. After basically staying enough to check on the boat, relay a few things. Otherwise, this place is a dump. There's no reason for anybody to be here, besides the fact that it's here, and either you own it or somebody else does. With that, they get on the boat and they head out. So, can I roll anything interesting to describe this island? I'll go with basic descriptions again. Well, I don't have an island rolling table, and I don't think Pirate Borg does either, but I might be wrong. Maritime travel events, sea shanties, hats. I like that the index has to tell you about hats. Nope, nothing to work with that. I do know that the campaign coming out has a port roller, which is glorious. Okay. So, city, creature, civilization, curses, dungeon, forest, gods, legend, location. Yeah, let's go with location. That sounds like a good table. 79. $31. Ruined exclusive. So what that tells me... There's this ugly jet of rocks that you don't want to mess with. that this place, like, wants to kill your boat. It was born to kill your boat. Like, going around here is not a good thing. However, on top of it is, you know, your standard little island stuff. But for people that look and have the eye, they'll notice that there's stone buildings up there. Peeking out of the top of there, they see some clearly not natural pillars coming up. Like something was here and it was man-made, but it's on this island that go to. Bart looks at all this and goes, "This is the place?" And I forgot his name already. Waverly goes, "Yeah, this place is made to wreck ships, but we'll send you out in a dinghy with somebody I trust." Bart looks at him and says, "You're not coming?" Waverly goes, "I'm the captain." And Bart has to, you know, go with that. So, oh no, I made a mistake. Made a mistake. I put him on the same layer. Yep, I can hit M and I can go with this. Cool. I could fix this. Oh, we're over here. Perfection. So get over here. Get ourselves a little dinghy. And we just have, you know, like one of the poor guys who rolled long, who pulled the short straw, has to take Bart, row him out. You can see back on the boat as they do so, people are taking bets on if they die or not. And you know, I'm just going to do a bit of a Omen's roll and see how this goes. And he's lucky he has three Devil's Luck. Because it looks like as they go along, they're going to smash up on this rock over here. They finally managed to get over. And they're now stuck with this. Oops. Dinghy's on. Yeah, that's on the right one. There we go. They're stuck with having to traverse up some pretty terrible things. So I'm going to give agility. And it has its ups and downs, but Bart is the one holding them up as they get up here. And finally up here, Bart asks unnamed guy, he's like, "Okay, where do we go?" He just points into the woods. And let's travel a little bit, see if anything interesting happens. No, he makes it in there. And we get to the location. Let me roll on the civilization table just to see what sort of feel it has. 74. 50. Polite and greedy. So, gets here, and there's not a lot of reliefs, but it does look like over the years here, people have been here, and they've found every bit of gold that was like put into these stones, like what is it? Not relief. But like, there's a lot of they gilded stuff, or clearly had, and you know, every pirate has come by and just like hammered all that off. Which is probably why they know of this place, is because it's a weird, old, abandoned area that clearly had some significance, but not enough that people, like, you know, put down statues of themselves or otherwise had writing everywhere. So they were never sure if this was a religious site or not, but there was always the stone. And since there's probably an artifact table on here, I am going to roll up information on what this... I'm going to roll up a description what this is. Yeah, there's a legends table. I'm going to go with that. No, this is from Mythic Game Master Emulator. Most of the tables I'm rolling today. Find. Find intrigue. Well, yes, we are very intrigued by it. Can I... Yeah, let's go with object next. So it's an intriguing little thing. Yeah, we've known that. Can I get some material or anything else? 26. Empty. 17. Crude. Okay. Now we're talking. So when they say stone, they actually mean an empty sarcophagus looking thing. And there's stuff etched into it. And Bart is looking at this and going, this clearly doesn't match any of this around here. And you know what? I am going to put the stone down here. And like, there's no lid to this. It is a stone sarcophagus in a weird place that does not match anything else going around there. I'm going to roll cunning just because I have thoughts on this, but we'll Bart. Yeah, Bart has the thought. This is open and does not match anything else here. So Bart is thinking, whatever happened, this was brought here, was opened up, and then this place was left dead. No, with, or at least abandoned. So if he had to make a guess, this is a bad thing. Now, let's examine it a little bit to see if he can get any ideas. Like, is it from the abyss? Is it just some weird heretical thing? 10 and 18. So that's 2 hits. Is it from the abyss? I think it's likely from the abyss. No. Actually, is that the way the tables go? It's been mildly a bit since I went there. Fake chart, fake questions. Yeah, it's a roll under. And that was 83, and I said that was likely. Nope. You're certain would have did it, but not likely. I haven't changed the chaos. And I think Bart is going to go, yeah, this thing is bad mojo. He's going to relay that to the guy, and he's going to sit here and ponder. That's right. Ponder what the heck should be done about this. And so he sends him off. The guy gets on his dinghy. He heads back. And because this would be very boring if nothing happened, something happens. Oh, I'm still in that layer. A sprite is weird at times. So what happens is that clearly because a holy man has shown up, Something's activated. Something's gotten a little restless. They actually have some nice enemies in here. They're more, like I've said this before, a lot of the Borg clones have a lot of generic sort of things, like here's your basic enemy and there's only one of them. This at least has like stuff like fossil shark or cursed orca, which is quite usable, but I am looking for something specific. Okay. Around this, a green glow happens. And out of some soil, rise up some zombies. So I'm going to give this a D4 plus 1. So 4 zombies show up. And Bart is proven right. Can I go with, I'll just go with this. Maybe if I make it smaller. So clearly former inhabitants. They're slow getting out of the ground. Bart is, realizing that he's in danger now. Starts trying to run away. And he is actually not fast enough, so combat will begin. And we're going to see if he becomes zombie food. I'm going to put a little dice here on the side, though, for interesting things to happen. Let me give it a roll. Okay, that's quite a turn for that. So I'm going to say he goes first, and like they're slowly coming at him, and he realizes that he is too much of a, he spent too much time reading the holy text and not enough time cleaning the church, shall we say. A little bit too much of the bread as well. So let's begin with a good old-fashioned hack. And he hits. The zombie has no HP. I mean, no armor. 5 HP. And you know what? I'm going to spend a devil's... Oh, no, actually. Let me just do a quick look at Devil's Luck. Can you spend it after you roll? Because if you can... Devil's Luck. Deal max damage with 1 attack. Every character... Luck is... Oh, you have to deplete your luck before you reroll it. Okay. Yeah, it gives no options on that. So I'm just going to go, you can just maximize it afterwards. It's not like a Shadowrun where you try to decide if you're going to risk it. So he swings his axe, and bah, we lose a zombie. 1 zombie gone. Hey, Sprite, please. But there are more coming to him. Will they all get to him? Let me give a roll. I say 50-50. Yes, they are all swarming at him. So he has to avoid most of them. Fails that one, I'm going to spend a Devil's Luck to just succeed that. Actually. Was it +4? No, it's a reroll. 1d4. Let's see how this goes. So he's making an attack. I'm going to re-roll that and pass it. Okay, down to 1 devil's luck. 2 others are coming up. Does not make that one. It makes a slash at him. And I am going to roll devil's luck in order to, you know, not have some armor against that, or else he's just going to fall dead. Too many pages I have to flip through. I just need to know how much armor I get. 1d6. So 1d4 versus 1d6. Well, 1d4 plus 1 for the swipe. So that's incoming of a full 5 damage. So I have to roll a 6 or a 5. Or Bart has issues. And a 2. And oh no. Our poor guy is being eaten by zombies now. Now, on to the other stuff. So this is the end of Bart, but I had hinted a little something because I like the idea that has come up in most games where have some sort of other counter going on. That other counter was Waverly coming to save him. He sees it's already too late, but he has, you know, a musket. And I'm just going to go with him having, you know, 0 across the board, but updating for his class. So they don't really have any modifications. Anyways, focused aim. Okay. So let's give a roll. A natural 1. And there's a special thing with a fumble for he has devil's luck. I'm gonna ignore that failure, but he fires off and like misses all of them. I'm gonna say give a roll to see how many decide to come after him, and 2 have decided to start moving. So Waverly starts nonchalantly reloading his musket, and I'll say he'll take 1 more turn, so he gets 1 more shot. And I'll just say, for sake of actually using his focused aim, which I rolled on before, he gets a -4 to hit, or a +4 to hit, something he's fired at before. And he does. And muskets are, I'm pretty sure they're hefty. Yep. There we go. So as it comes up to him, it's his last chance for it. He gets to roll 2d6 of damage. And he blows away one of the zombies. But now, it is melee time. And the zombie gets a swing at him. But it misses. Now he gets a musket for free. Oh, he has +2 presence. Yeah, that wouldn't have helped anyways. And he does not actually have a weapon. So he's stuck in melee. I don't believe there's anything interesting can do. So it's hand to hand. You know, just for oh wait, does it have a bayonet? Musket and I'll say he has a knife just for keeping this fun. Anyways. Sorry. Tries to stab the zombie. Misses. And then the zombie tries to take a bite out of him. Or, yeah, I'll go try to take a bite. And hits him. For one. For D4 plus the zombie special. So 3 damage. I'll say he rolled average on his health. So he has 4 health. But the zombie bit him, and that means zombie infection. And he passes the test to not become zombified. Takes another stab. Misses. Zombie swipes and hits. And oh no. Our captain. He should have known better. But he succumbs fighting on this rock. Excuse me. All right. Though this is mostly finishing up at this point. Our pirate Waverly has come out and shown, you know, I'll say use a devil's luck just to get one more thing. Yep, he would have survived that then. Let's go with that. And one last round to choose to flee. And I'll give him that chance. He makes it. He's able to get away. Goes down here. Has to abandon. Okay, that's the right layer. Has to abandon the Zealots. Yeah, just some random call. Everything's fine. Nobody's dying, which is generally when people call me anyways, but wasn't that surprisingly enough. So, I think this kind of concludes our tale of Bart, who found a stone sarcophagus that clearly had things to do with undead stuff. Got eaten by undead. And the pirate captain that brought him over there kind of went, I'm not being paid enough for this, and left him to be completely consumed. Though he did blow off the head of one of the zombies. Which is about how Mörk goes. So, as I'm being pulled into a few things unexpectedly. I think I'm going to call it a day. Anyways, thank you for joining me. And I would do a little more, but it seems my time's limited and I don't think I can get anywhere in a good half hour. Anyways, have a good time of day and see you again later.